afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Topic Time with Harrison Young. Hope you guys all had a nice Thanksgiving. I know I did, and this is actually the first December edition of Topic Time. We're coming into the Christmas season, and we're heating things up in here tonight. I have a beautiful young lady had to come a long way. We're actually going to have a little shortened edition of Topic Time tonight, but from the time we're here, we're going to make the most of it. This is Mel Tamberino. She's an actress. She's brought some things to show us. She's very attractive, as you can see. So, Mel, thanks for coming down tonight.
Thank you for inviting me.
Okay. Now, tell me about yourself. You're an actress. How long have you been doing this for? And other things that you might do as well that are pertinent, if you want to mention, modeling,
Sure.
music, whatever.
I've been doing acting for about 12 years now.
Okay.
And I started off in Miss Massachusetts pageant.
Really?
USA
As
pageant.
a model?
As just a contestant.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's a modeling pageant, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if you didn't win, that's okay. If you're good enough to compete, that's all that matters. That's pretty impressive.
Thank you.
A lot of attractive people out there. Okay. Well, how did you do?
I did okay.
Okay.
It was a learning experience, and I got to meet very nice people. And
Okay. Cool. Where was the meet? The tournament? I mean, or the show? Where was it?
It was right in Boston,
It was
the
in
Marriott.
Boston? Okay. How
Yeah.
long ago was it?
That was probably about 10 years ago.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Okay. So now you've been in a bunch of films, have you? Or do you do theater acting as well, or what?
Yep, I started
You have
off.
I know you're a SAG member. I saw that on
Yes.
Facebook. Okay.
Yep, I got that through the Game Plan.
Okay. What's the game plan? Is that a film?
Yes, the Disney movie with Dwayne Johnson.
With who? The
Dwayne-
Rock?
yes.
Oh, did you work with him?
Yes, I did.
Awesome. That's fantastic.
Yeah, he's very nice.
I'd love to have him on the show. If you can ever get him to come down here, that would be great. But what did you play in that?
I was a stand-in for Paige Turco.
Okay.
So,
For who?
Paige Turco.
Okay.
So you're familiar with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yeah, yeah.
So she was the reporter on that.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's awesome. What exactly did you do as a stand-in?
Well, when the main actors are getting ready for prepping for their scenes,
Yeah.
so we would just stand there so the camera crew can adjust the lighting
Okay.
and the photography.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
But did you're seen in the film, right?
There are a couple of scenes that I did background extra work in
Okay.
that you can see me in.
That's wonderful. When did it come out? When did you do the film?
I believe that came out in 07, so
Okay,
it was filmed in 06.
7 years ago, almost 8 years ago. Wow.
Mhm.
That's incredible. So what other projects have you been involved in?
I've done Bride Wars.
Which?
Bride Wars.
Oh, okay. Is that
with
a?
Anne
that's a
Hathaway.
Oh, okay. Did you work with her too?
Yes.
Wow. I mean, you worked with all these cool people.
Yep.
Oh, that's wonderful. And what did you do in that film? What did you play?
I was in the bar scene when she was all dressed up in
Okay.
disguise, trying to meet Kate Hudson.
Did you work with Kate Hudson too?
Yes, for that particular scene. Yep.
That's amazing.
They're very nice.
Well, you know what? Let's name some of all the celebrities that you've worked with in every film that the big ones in every film you've been in that they were in.
Well, my most recent, the last one that I did stand-in work
Okay.
was, oh my goodness, I'm having a brain freeze.
You having a brain freeze?
Hold on, I gotta look at my
Look
resume.
it up. Okay. And by the way, you have some things you're going to show us as
Yeah.
well.
Let's see. Oh, Grown-Ups. I don't know how that slipped my
Adam
mind.
Sandler?
Yes, very, very nice.
Okay, you worked with him.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
And who else I was Selma Hayek stand-in
No
for
way.
that.
You kind of look like her a little. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Wow. And what film was that in?
That was filmed right here in Boston.
No, but what was the film?
Grown-Ups?
Oh, it was all. Selma Hayek was in Grown Ups as well.
Yes.
I'm sorry to say I didn't actually see Grown Ups, but I mean I admit it. I don't go to many movies myself, but I've appeared in a couple. I was in Shutter Island, and I was.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
And I was also in Amistad way back in 1997. And Spielberg yelled at me on the set, and he fired me.
Oh.
So that's his loss.
Yep.
But Scorsese loved me on this, and he was great on Shutter Island.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, you familiar with Sarah Silverman, the comedian?
I've It sounds familiar.
Well,
Yep.
she's kind of like, she's hosted Saturday Night Live recently with Maroon 5,
Oh, okay.
and she's been in, did you ever watch Seinfeld?
Yes.
Okay, did you ever see that episode with Kramer's girlfriend who was kicking him in bed?
No, I did not see that
You ever
one.
see that one? Oh, I'm surprised you don't know. She's a comedian. She used to date Jimmy Kimmel. She was on, well, she's my cousin, but I'm sure you've
Oh,
probably
nice.
seen her in a lot of things. But that's interesting. You don't, well, not everybody knows. She hasn't been, she did, that was the most recent big thing she's done. So let's take a look at it in the time we have. Why don't we talk about, let's look at some of the pictures and
sure.
things you brought today.
Well, this is just my portfolio.
Okay.
So when I go to casting calls, I'll bring this. So I
It's a pretty big one.
Yeah, I typically have
Obviously,
my SAG card up front,
Right.
so it's out in handy on my resume.
Yeah, do me a favor. When you have the pictures you have, anything that's visible, turn it that way because he's gonna
Sure.
close in on it with the camera. And nice headshot there.
So these are my headshots.
Headshots, two of them. Yeah.
This they did for me when I filmed when I was in Mall Cop
Okay.
with Kevin James.
Oh, Kevin James. Yeah.
So they were very nice,
Yeah.
and I needed a headshot, so they pulled me aside and they did one for me.
Okay.
And that was in For the Unknown. I did a short film,
Okay.
and
Indie film.
yes.
Okay, that's great.
Yes.
I've been in several myself. Okay, cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Which ones have you been in?
Well, I've been in some web series. I was in a film called Monster No More with a guy named Chris Dry. Directed it. I don't know if you know him. He's from New Hampshire. See, that's the great thing about my show is that I cover people's projects all over New England, and I get to appear in them. I've been in several music videos. I was in a web series called Paragods in New Hampshire. I was in a web series called, what the heck was it? Well, I can't even think of the name of it. I'm drawing a blank here. Called Just Another Day. That was also in New Hampshire. I was in a music video with a band called Empire, called
Nice.
Captain of Illusion. That was the name of the song. I was, let's see, I was in a film called Cracker Jack and Maisie and Cracker Boy, actually, with John DePue. He's a director. He lives in Haverhill too, kind of where your friend Sarah, who was a great guest a couple of weeks ago,
She's
lives.
awesome.
Yeah, right. So I've been in, several projects and, on things maybe I don't even remember right now off the top of my head, but that's, hey, if you know anyone that's looking for a great actor or a quirky middle-aged guy that's in pretty darn good shape, definitely please recommend me.
Will do.
All right, awesome.
For sure.
Well, let's talk about let's look at all your stuff too.
Sure.
The time we have here.
So just
Nice
a couple.
pictures here. Oh yeah.
Did some modeling for a photographer.
Okay.
So this was actually taken in Beverly at Lynch Park.
Okay.
And
Nice shoulders, by the way.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's just from the same shoot.
Right.
This is from a different shoot in Lowell.
Okay. Wow.
And
Wow.
that's the pageants.
You are shapely. That's nice.
Thanks.
Melanie Tamberino.
Not anymore, after I had my daughter.
Yeah. So how many kids? You have one daughter, right?
I do.
Okay. Are you married, single mom, or?
Single mom.
Okay. Yeah. Your daughter's beautiful. You got a
Thank
picture
you.
of her? We can look at it.
Oh, I
You don't have any
don't,
pic-
not
That's
on
okay.
me.
No, it's-
Yeah.
She's a nice, she's a sweet looking kid.
She's awesome.
She is.
Very blessed.
Yeah, you are, no question. Okay. Now,
And,
you any pictures of yourself from that pageant from the Massachusetts?
Yep, that would be.
That was you there?
Yep.
Okay, wow, you certainly don't, and you age very well. You told me your age, and I have to admit, I'm amazed. If you want to reveal it on television, you're certainly more than welcome to, but
Yeah, so
it's up
that's
to you. All right, now,
from
what you got
that.
there in proper Bostonian? What's that about?
When I did the short film,
Okay.
The Unknown, there was one of the parties, acting parties that I went to.
Any pictures of you in there?
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at those. First, show the cover.
Oh, sure.
So we know it's the Improper Bostonian. Yeah, okay, it's a pretty big Boston magazine. Okay, now we look at now we can close in on the pics at the party.
So it's just that one down here
Okay, that's you down there. Oh yeah, okay.
with another actor. He was actually the director for and in it for The Unknown, Chris.
Okay. So all right, so is this the one with The Rock as well, Dwayne Johnson?
No, this is the
Oh,
independent film.
Oh, independent. Okay.
Yes.
Well, who are the people in that? I mean, I may know some of them. It's possible.
You might. A lot of people that he had in there are SAG members.
Right.
Because a lot of the independent films,
Yeah.
unfortunately, you have it's a lot of non-union around here.
Right.
So, so for that particular film, and I was also in the restaurant.
Okay.
So they got a lot of the SAG members together.
Okay.
And and did that.
Do you
so
feel
which
you
is
got more
nice.
advantage? You feel you have a bigger advantage being a SAG member?
In some ways, yeah.
Okay.
I do and I don't. I think maybe more if I lived out in New York or LA.
How about, yeah, would you ever think of joining AFTRA? Because in AFTRA you can do other things besides films. You can do commercials, you can do other, and you can do whatever else, other things besides movies, TV shows. Have you ever been in any commercials or anything like that?
No, but they joined, so it is
Oh,
one
you
union
joined,
now.
so you're part of that whole union now. That's
Yes.
great. That's wonderful.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. So what were you like growing up? Did you do any acting then? Were you a shy kid or what? Were you a tomboy? Were you athletic or what?
I'd say I was pretty shy and I kept to myself, but I did dance, so I've been dancing since
Dancing,
I was
okay.
2.
Keep yourself in shape. What do you do, like ballet, hip hop, all that stuff?
I'm trained in ballet
Cool.
and jazz, but mostly ballet.
That's wonderful. And
Yeah.
you dance? Do you teach any of it as well?
I do not, but that was my minor when I went to Salem State.
Okay.
And I learned modern when I went into college, and I
Right.
wasn't too familiar with modern because it's basically breaking the rules of ballet. So ballet, you really need to stand up straight and be proper.
Right.
And
Modern's a little
point your
a little more
toes,
laid
and
back.
modern is very loosey-goosey.
I got you. Lucy Goosy's good. So what about how often do you dance? I mean, when you say dance, do you trip the light fantastic regularly? Do you dance professionally at all?
Before I had my daughter, I danced every day, 7 days a week.
Okay. Well, what about now?
Now it's a little bit more
is there
difficult.
too much responsibility with her?
Well, I bring her to dance class
I was
now.
going to say, does she dance too?
Yes.
Awesome.
She's going to be in the Nutcracker in a couple of weeks.
Oh, that's swell.
Yep.
Where was that? Where's that playing?
That's actually going to be near our hometown with her dance studio.
Awesome. Okay, that's fantastic. Wow.
Yeah, so she gets the...
Are you in it too?
I am not.
Okay.
I am a chaperone, though.
All right. Well, that's good. You're in it to that.
Yeah.
End. Cool. All right. Well, what about, do you think you'll be, when your daughter gets a little older, do you think you're going to be doing more dancing and that, I mean, it's just because I know how much you love it, obviously, it's a pretty big passion.
Yes, it
Have you
is.
ever what about the possibility of like dancing in musicals or being in a film where you can dance? Have you ever been, or have you ever?
I have never been, but I would love to.
You'd love to, yeah?
I actually had an awesome opportunity to audition for Footloose for the main character, the lead role, a few years back.
You did audition, right?
I did through CP casting.
Okay, I
took,
know CP, yeah.
Yeah, for Carolyn, and I did a couple acting courses there. So they called me and said, well, gee, they're opening a casting, not an open casting call, but a casting call we're doing here.
Okay.
For the lead roles, would you like to try an audition? And I said, yep. And I guess they couldn't find anyone out in LA or New York.
Wow, they picked you instead?
And
well,
I
did
got
you get
to
the
audition.
okay? But you got a chance. Did you get the part?
I did not, because they ended up auditioning, casting it out in California.
Right.
So I think
pretty
Julian Huff, she's actually on Dancing with the Stars.
Right.
I love her. I think she actually got it.
So you auditioned for that's not bad. That's pretty big league stuff though. Juliana Hough, if you go auditioning for something and getting considered for something that she ended up getting the role in is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of like LA, you gonna go out there someday, possibly?
Maybe I would love to.
Okay.
That's my dream. I love Dancing with the Stars. So
Okay,
if
you
I
wanna be
could
on that?
ever
Yeah, why
make
not?
it on there, that would
Make it anywhere. Yeah.
that would be my dream.
Okay. Yeah. What about singing? Do you do any of that?
I did. I was actually in high school. I'm Catholic, so I grew up singing in the church choir.
Church choir. Okay. You got to have a pretty melodious voice to do that.
Yep. And through high school, I was in the chorus.
Okay.
And I did a lot of singing.
Cool. And what about now?
No, not so much now. Maybe just in the shower and in the car with my daughter.
Right. That's good. Now, what about the idea? Would you ever consider writing your own stuff? Have you ever done that?
I started to.
Okay. And
I
then what
started
happened?
writing something, and
Well, do you still have it? I mean, put it this way.
I
it's
do
on the
still
back
have
burner.
it. It's on.
The
I
back
saved it.
burner, as they say.
Yeah.
So why don't you find a chance to try to continue it? What exactly was it? Was it just a film idea?
Yeah, for a short independent film, I started it.
Because if you want me in it, I'm in it.
Yeah, hey, most definitely.
Okay.
I'll give you a call.
Definitely give me a call. I'll be up there.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you can look at the link to Monster No More and you can see what I did in that. I got a nice speaking role in that.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, it's only an 8-minute film.
That's impressive.
Well, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. What happened was I went up to interview the people on the Paragod set. That's a web series in New Hampshire where it's about first responders and that guy the guy that produced the film, Wants to Know More, just happened to be up there, and we hit it off pretty good. And he invited me to be in the film. He said, "Come back in a couple of weeks up to Boxford, and we'll be in." You know Boxford? It's near Topsfield.
Yes.
Yeah, you're not too far from
Yeah,
there.
I'm not too far from there.
Right.
I'm familiar.
So we did some of the scenes we did in Boxford, some of the scenes we did in Topsfield, right at the gazebo in the center. That was my big scene.
Nice.
Right, yeah, in the woods, and it was the first day of summer, so it was plenty warm. And I got to be in shorts and stuff, which is what I prefer if I can be.
Yeah, that's why I liked working on Grown Ups, because they filmed it out in the summer, in Ipswich, and it was a beautiful location, right on the lake, and it was just very calm and atmosphere. It was great.
The whole thing was done in New England, wasn't it?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Yeah, but now you want to go out to LA, but there's plenty of opportunities for stuff around here now too.
Yep.
And they are opening a movie studio in Plymouth.
Right.
Right, Plymouth Rock Studios,
Yeah.
which has been in the works for a few years, because they had the legal protocol had to go through. That took a while.
Right.
Because it's in a residential area, and they don't want to be making too much noise for the people living there, which because it's gonna be noisy. So apparently they probably have to zone it first.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the biggest obstacles they have to take care of before they set it up, which I think is ready to go now. So you might want to, before you move out to LA, you might want to see what you can audition for there.
Yes.
I definitely would. Yeah. So what is your like the rest of the year look like for you in terms of acting? What are your projects on the horizon?
Well, typically it gets a little bit slower.
Because it's Christmas?
Because of the winter. And they usually do a lot of filming with the spring and the summer.
Right.
And
who's they? You mean the people you work with?
Well, the production,
okay.
The filming.
Yeah.
And I can't think of it on the top of my head. I was just in it 2 months ago. There was another short film.
Okay.
Not a short film. A film that they're making with, what is her name? It's on the top of my head. The girl from The Notebook. Help me out here.
The Notebook. Oh, Bridget Jones' Diary?
No, The Notebook. It's on the tip of my tongue.
I'm thinking of Renee Zellweger, but that can't be the one.
No. Do you ever see The Notebook?
Well, that's what I'm thinking of. Bridget Jones' Diary was Renee Zellweger, and she had to gain weight.
Yes.
She had a notebook. That was the whole thing. That's as far as The Notebook, I don't know. I didn't see it, but it's probably a different film that you're talking about.
It is a different film.
Yeah, it is, because you'd know it immediately if I said it.
Yep. They were doing a film in Fenway. So
Fenway
they were
Park?
they were doing a scene over at Fenway Park a couple
Are you
months
talking
ago.
about the one with Drew Barrymore? Where they were talking about the Red Sox broke the curse in 2004?
No, it's actually a film about the church.
Which church? Any church in particular?
I don't know the whole thing of it, because I wasn't in the whole film. I was just in one particular
Well, that's all right.
scene.
When it comes out, you'll know what it is and you'll have it. So that's amazing. Okay. But I mean, what are you gonna? So do you have any projects lined up specifically for the next few months?
I don't have anything lined up.
You don't have anything lined up, but you're on call and you've been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stuff is on call and last minute, or if you get lucky with like stand-in work with the game plan and grown-ups, then it's more planned out and they give you more of a schedule if
sounds
you're
like you
on
work with some pretty
crew.
cool people. So what you're going to do is when the show airs, you can share it, and we're going to hopefully get you some more hits. And we'll get a lot of hits, and then people will know who you are because of this. Now, do you have anything else that you brought that we can look at before we're almost out of time, because you couldn't do a whole hour.
Well, it's just.
What's that bottom book? I don't think you opened that. What's that?
It's just the pageant stuff.
It's a what?
The pageant.
So let's look at the pageant.
It's just more.
You're a pretty lady. You could probably do more modeling. There's no reason why you couldn't.
Yeah, it's just.
Well, go ahead. Let's look at her.
That's my mom.
Okay, another pretty lady.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got a pretty good-looking family there.
Thanks. And
unlike me, I have a good-looking family, but I just don't happen to be one of the good-looking people in the family. But there you go. Let's see if we can close in on that before we wrap
Yeah, it's just on stage. My mom got some shots of me.
Well, that's good. Can we close in and look at those shots? Possibly. I'm hoping he closes it. Hopefully he brings the camera up. Oh, he's gonna. I think he will. Let's see.
She's trying to get me.
There you go.
I'm hiding over here. It's like, where's Waldo?
Okay. Let's try.
See if you can find where's Melanie.
There you go. Just hold it up to. He's got the camera out, so just glide the pictures down and look at the monitor, and you can see them. That's awesome, though. That was from what? 10 years ago?
Yeah, about so.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's good. Okay, so that's wonderful. So yeah, I mean, there's no reason why you can't You know, they have pageants for moms too, you know.
Yes.
You'd be great at that. You'd in one of those.
Yeah, I was trying to, thinking this March I might put my daughter in one.
Your daughter too? That's great.
Just for fun. I'm not going to be one of those
I know
moms
those pushy
where
moms. I got you.
pushy that a lot of makeup. I want her to be more natural.
How old is she now?
She's 4.
4. Okay, yeah.
She'll be 5 in March, so
Cool.
I want to keep it really like
Yeah, you want to keep it having
realistic,
fun.
having fun as a little girl, not the
Well,
fake
you know, if
teeth
you
or
ever want to
anything.
if you ever want to come back and bring her on as a guest, I'd love to have. Just so you know, my youngest guest was 5 on my show. My oldest is
Really?
85, so they have quite.
She's quite social. She'll talk your ear off.
That's what we want. Definitely, we'll have to get her. You know, if you want to bring her in sometime, we'll have her on.
Sure, she'll
Okay.
love that.
Yeah, sure she would. I'm sure she would. So what do you do besides that? Now you said you work with special needs people.
Yes, I work at Collaborative. I have
What's that?
it's a collaborative school, so I work with
It's a school?
special needs school.
Okay.
So I have my graduate's degree in education.
Where'd you go to school for that?
I went to Salem State for
Oh yeah,
my
Salem State.
undergrad.
You mentioned that, right?
Yep, and then I went to American International College.
Where's that?
That's out in Springfield, but the satellite campuses is in North Andover, Wakefield, and Peabody.
Okay.
So I went to, well, the Andover site.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a much nicer area.
Yeah.
You don't have to travel as far either.
So we take districts from southern New Hampshire and all of Massachusetts,
Okay.
children on IEPs that if the districts can't meet their goals or needs, they come to the collaborative.
Okay, that's good. So are you a
Yeah.
teacher there?
Right now, because I just graduated, right now I'm
You
an
graduated.
IA.
What do you mean you graduated? I thought you. What do you do? I thought you worked there.
I do. I
Oh,
work
okay,
there.
but you're gonna be more certified. You're gonna have a bigger responsibility now that you graduated. You have to. That's so you got to be certified. Is that it?
Right. So I have an exam that I need to take. So
Okay.
yep.
Was that like a multiple choice exam? Oh, sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
No, I should have shut the phone off before. But keep talking. So you.
Yeah, it's more of a multiple choice there, the
Okay.
MTELs. So I just, unfortunately, you have to pay to take them, and
Right.
so I'm just trying to pay off my student loans
Student loan.
and
Right. Okay.
finish. Well, not the student loans, but more of my last semester. And once that's paid off,
Okay.
I plan to take the MTELs and be able to teach someday.
Oh, that's so you're gonna teach there.
Yep. But right now I'm not instructional assistant.
Okay. You're what assistant?
Instructional assistant.
Instructional assistant.
So
Well, that's
teacher's aid.
Okay, but now you're there 5 days a week.
Yes, I am.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's very good. I mean, that's
Yeah,
a
the
pretty.
kids
That's
are
a pretty
great. I love
noble.
them.
It's a pretty noble profession that you're in. I mean, you know, it's not. You got to have a lot of patience to deal with people in that situation.
Mhm.
You know, so. Well, we only have a few minutes left. You want to give any shouts out to anybody before we wrap it up?
Hi, Angelina. Mommy loves you.
I was going to guess that was your daughter. That's a nice
Yep.
name,
Thank you.
Angelina. Yeah, y'all Italian, are you?
Yes.
That's awesome. You look Italian. That's a very pretty look. Italian is a great. It's a very how do you say, boy? Very majestic looking.
Thank you.
Nationality, and hardworking and all that stuff, and good cooks and all that. All those good stereotypes, I guess.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter cooks with me.
Does she?
Yep.
And she does a lot. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Now,
she bakes a lot with me. I shouldn't say cook, but we bake a lot of.
yeah. By the way, I happen to be a vegan myself.
Oh, okay.
So I don't eat. I know Thanksgiving just came and went. I don't do turkey or any of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, Well, put it this way. I'm not gonna. You know what? You told me how old you were. I've been a vegan vegetarian since the year you were born.
Oh, wow.
So that gives you an idea how long
Yep.
ago that was. That's not that long to me, but I really, and I've been a vegan for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't eat meat, I don't eat dairy, I don't eat eggs, but I feel great. I eat a pound of chocolate every day,
Yeah.
and it's all my smoothies.
Tell you, honestly, you're more healthier when you eat more fruits and vegetables, and
I do eat right, exactly.
So-
That's all I eat.
so
is
you're
fruit.
on the best diet.
Right. I eat veggie burgers every day too.
That's awesome.
Oh,
That's
I
great.
do. I love veggie burgers. Oh, I could give you some recipes, but the point is, I mean, I'm trying to convert. You may have seen on Facebook. I'm constantly trying to convert people.
I do see that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the animal cruelty. I just get it really bums me out, and I hate that. But
Mhm.
do you guys have any pets at home?
We do. We have a fish and a rabbit.
Oh, cool. Hope
Yes.
I guess they get along good.
Yep.
Well, they should. Yeah.
And my daughter is looking for. She really wants a dog and a cat. So.
Well, you
I said when
definitely
we
should
gets
adopt
a
from a
little bit-
shelter.
Yes, we're looking
Yeah.
into doing that.
Well, your friend Sarah could help you out there,
Yes.
obviously. Now, how long have you known Sarah? You guys know old friends?
Oh, since grade school.
Are you
So
okay?
for years. So I'm very lucky. We have a long-lasting
Yeah, you've known
friendship.
her, that's a long time, right?
Yeah.
You guys grew up together.
Yep.
Wow. I believe you're a little older than she is, too.
Probably maybe by a year.
I know.
Yeah.
That's exactly a year. That's amazing.
Yeah.
You look so. I mean, she's young looking, but you look like a kid. I mean, I would have thought you might have been a student here at this middle school. No,
That's so
not
funny. A lot of people actually do say that before I started working at the collaborative. I was a substitute teacher.
Right. They probably thought you were a student.
The kids thought I was a new student, so
Yeah.
I'd have to go in with business suits on.
Right, that changes the perspective.
So a
Just
little bit
because of
more.
that, I mean, well, there's got to be a dress code for
look young.
teachers anyway.
Oh well, you would
Obviously.
think.
Yeah.
Most schools, yes.
Yeah. Right, but not at the collaborative.
Well, we have to dress for comfort.
That's not bad.
Yeah, but I'm used to dressing very professional and dressing in business suits.
You have jeans on now. Is that okay? Is that permitted or not?
Well, at the collaborative, it is.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sounds like a fun place.
Yeah.
So what?
The kids are great.
Well, what are the grades at the collaborative? What like?
So it goes through pre-K to the age of 22. Unfortunately.
Really?
Yes.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
a lot. That's a big range.
They get a certificate at the end.
Right.
They don't get a diploma, so they get a certificate at 22 when they complete.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's as good as a diploma. They can put that on the wall too.
Yes.
And keep it forever, and under
That's
glass.
a great big accomplishment for them.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
And you helped them get there.
Yep. So
Well,
it's great. And after I do that Monday through Friday, and I have a business called Enchanted Princess Parties.
What's that? Okay.
So I go to, so people might hire me for little kids' birthday parties. I might go to their home or to a venue,
Well, you do parties.
and I dress up as Disney characters.
There you go.
And I do that for about an hour.
Well, I'm glad you included that in our because you only have 40 seconds left, and I just want to thank you for coming in.
Thank you for inviting me and
Yeah.
having me.
This is
It was a
Harrison
pleasure
Young.
meeting you.
Yeah, it is here. Same here. We're going to do the chair dance. And
All right, sounds great.
Next week. Take care.